Hi, my name is Jackson, and I was locked out of my house because my dad rented out my room without telling me. Mid-afternoon sun, calm street, and I braced myself, thinking I'd walk inside, drop my bag, grab my guitar, and do what I always did. Instead, I rattled the knob and shouted, "Mom! Dad!" A neighbor child rode by. I waved. They asked, "Are you okay?" I just said, "I'm locked out." My phone had no signal. I tried the side door, the back door, even the basement window. Nothing opened. My chest tightened. After 15 minutes, I sank onto the front steps, my hands under my thighs, staring at the blank street. That's when I saw Mom pull up in her car. She hurried out, her apron from the diner still on, concern written on her face. She tried my key. It didn't work. "You locked out?" she asked gently. I nodded. She took my hand, said, "Come on," and led me to the car. We drove in silence to Aunt Lainey's apartment. Bright, welcoming, full of new furniture and old quilts. Aunt Lainey hugged us both, confused but caring. On the couch, Mom explained, "Your dad changed the locks and said he rented your room." I stared at her. My own mom. "He rented it?" Without telling me. She nodded. "He says he told you." I shook my head. Inside me, panic pulsed. Someone could be in my room right now, someone living in my space. That night at Aunt Lainey's, under unfamiliar sheets and surrounded by Bell posters instead of my guitar posters, I felt dislocated. Dad called before bedtime. I remember the ring cutting through the hush. "Son," I called. I texted, "Didn't you get anything?" His voice over speakerphone sounded distant. I shook my head. He sighed. "We needed the money. It's a nice guy, Maverick. Just for a month." I closed my eyes. My room is my room. He promised to fix it Monday. I hung up. The next days blurred. I lived out of a suitcase. Mom worked double shifts. I slept on sofas and floors. Dad sent apology texts. I ignored them except once to say, "Not yet." Monday came, no locksmith. Dad said he couldn't afford it yet. I took refuge at friends' houses, practicing guitar under borrowed lamps, feeling like an outsider in my own life. Then came Friday. I was at Aunt Lainey's, strumming a chord I'd written, when Dad knocked and came in. I froze. Mom nudged me. He looked older, his shoulders hunched, eyes heavier. He began, "Jackson, I'm sorry. I messed up. I didn't think. You took my life and gave me no warning." I bit back. He bowed his head. "I thought you'd be out all summer." I was wrong. Silence followed, aches between us. I whispered, "If you'd talked to me, none of this would have happened." My voice cracked. He nodded, remorse in his face. Later, I packed again, into a friend's basement. Dad helped, wordless but present. Walls were bare, lamps uneven, but there, that night, over pizza, he asked, "Can we fix this?" I looked at him. "Yes, but say it. I need that." He nodded firmly. The rest of summer was patchwork. We painted basement. Walls together. He asked where to hang my acoustic stand. I showed him. We strung fairy lights, rearranged posters. In that space, piece by piece, I began feeling at home. By late August, Dad arranged the locksmith properly. One evening, he unlocked my bedroom door and said, "Come on back." The lock turned easily. Inside, fresh pine cleaner lingered. My guitar leaned against the bed, waiting. I set down my boxes, hung posters, organized shelves. I played softly, echoing into the walls. That night, as I lay in bed, I whispered, "Thanks, Dad, for fixing it." Fall came, routines returned. I moved back full-time, college apps resumed. Dad and I learned about respect and communication. He saved a bit extra, promised nothing like this again. I learned speaking up matters, asking for your space and your voice. Now, each night I play in my room. The chords more heartfelt than before, because this time, every note carries the weight of reclaiming space, the relief of being heard. And if you ever feel locked out of a room, a relationship, a dream, know this: doors can open again. Maybe you'll have to help turn the key, but meaning comes when someone listens.